Outbreak in Cold War Zombies. I know it, you know it, we all know what Outbreak is. And before I even start talking about the main topic of the video, I just want to say, everyone who is watching this right now, comment your thoughts on Outbreak down below, because I am really curious to see how everyone feels about the mode. Even if you're not the type of person that would usually comment, please, I encourage you to comment on this video, and it will be a great discussion. And I'm probably going to use these comments and feature them in a video about what COD Zombies players think of Outbreak right now. I really enjoyed doing the last type of video like that, and so I would love to do it again, so do share your thoughts down below. And I've also loved interacting with you guys because it's just been really fun and it's led to some very interesting discussion. And speaking of discussions, god, what a good segue, we need to talk about Outbreak and how it could be improved. And I'm just going to disclaim it now, I don't hate Outbreak, I don't even dislike it. I actually think it's pretty fun, and it's easily one of the strongest parts of Cold War Zombies right now. And if you ask me, I think the Outbreak is actually helping keep the whole of Cold War Zombies a bit more together, and definitely keeping people coming on every once in a while. Like, it's had some goddamn flex tape slapped on it. But however, it's really got to be stated here that Outbreak isn't perfect. Oh my god, it is far from perfect, believe me, but it's really not bad. And I just want to spitball some ideas that I think would improve Outbreak and make it overall just a much better experience. So straight off the bat, and I know this one is pretty obvious and I know that Treyarch are working on it, but I'm gonna say it anyway, and this is for new objectives, and I'm talking more specifically side objectives. I feel like there's a lot of potential here, like a lot of fun little ones and a lot of the bigger ones that can give you free perks and everything like that, because right now we have a few side objectives, but once you do them once or twice, there's not much point in really doing them again. As for main objectives, I think they should just focus on maybe tweaking the current ones we have, which, like I said, they have been doing, and that is great. So, for example, the escort objective, I think it would be cool if the little drone would actually take a slightly different path than it already does. Let's say there's two paths that the drone could turn around on, and one of the paths is completely clear, and that is the path it would go by default, and the other path is absolutely clogged with zombies, maybe even a boss there. But that path that is blocked would actually get to the objective faster, so you would have to choose whether to clear that or just to leave it. And if you could clear it before the drone can actually get to the point where it needs to make a decision on which way to turn, maybe it will actually just go to the shortcut if it is clear of zombies. I just think little things like that would make a bit of a difference, and it'd switch up the variety during a match, because sometimes it can feel a little stale. But listen, there are examples of Treyarch changing these missions for the better, like the holdout missions taking less time. I think they cut it by like a whole minute, and I'm glad they did, because every time that objective was started and I was in that room and it was counting down, it just felt like I was in a small hell that was just built around boredom. I also think they should experiment with a new wonder weapon, more specifically one that is built around Outbreak. And I mean, sure, you can throw it into the next DLC map, but this is an Outbreak video, so listen, they can do whatever they want with it, but I'm just talking about Outbreak here. If they were to put a wonder weapon in that is based around Outbreak, something like the Paralyzer, where you could actually fly around with it, I'm thinking it would have some sort of ability like the lunar landers from Moon, where it would boost you up, because I feel as though with these huge maps that Outbreak offers, being able to traverse around them should be a priority, and being able to kill zombies whilst doing that would be so cool. And whilst you're in the air, you could throw a damn Semtex down. I think it would be really fun to experiment with more traversal based wonder weapons that still obviously kill zombies, and I really think that Outbreak is a golden opportunity to do this. I don't know why, but the sound of a weapon that is completely mobile, you can take it around with you and you can just boost into the air, even if it's not that high, and it can kill zombies whilst doing it, I think it'd just be perfect for a mode like Outbreak. I mean, hell, to simplify it even more, just imagine the Die Shockwave wonder weapon from maschine, and say if you get surrounded, you just look down at your feet and you just blast the thing and you go flying up into the air. It kills a bunch of zombies like a rocket taking off. And maybe you can pull your parachute or something just to get out of the situation. I think it would be so good. It could be even more simple and add it as a little upgrade you can get for it. Next up, I think a boss fight would be so good. Imagine this, right? Because Outbreak would end up being like some kind of raid mode. You gear up for all of these rounds and then you just go at the very end, if you so choose to at least, to go and fight this boss, and it will get you a ton of crystals or a ton of XP or both. I don't care, but as long as it would have good rewards and it would be really cool to fight, I think a boss fight in Outbreak would just fit right into it. A rotation of a select few bosses wouldn't even be such a bad idea either, and this would depend on what map you're playing. The order boss from Firebase Z that you fight, that could be in Outbreak, maybe just a more scaled up version of it. It would really make matches feel way more exciting and it would give people something to really work towards. But I'm sure the question you are all thinking in your minds is, well, how would the boss be implemented into the game? How would the boss be summoned, if you will? And my answer to that is something that I'm sure everyone has been wanting, and that is, of course, an Outbreak Easter egg, and the boss battles would come at the end. I mean, is that not a thing that like everyone wants to see? As for what the Easter egg would be, I don't know, okay, but just something like a main Easter egg for Outbreak would be really exciting for the whole community. As long as it doesn't have Morse code though, because that really sucks. An Easter egg would lead to completely new ways of playing Outbreak. I mean, think of the speedrunners. The speedrunners would love it, the Easter egg hunters would love it, the casual players, if they could do it, would love it. Because remember, more casual players than ever have been doing the zombies Easter eggs in Cold War. Instead of going onto a normal Outbreak match and doing some high rounds or reaching a goal round, anything like that, you would go in, you would have to do this and that, and then go on to the next round knowing that those steps are done. And essentially what I'm getting at is that it would make it different to playing a normal match of Outbreak. Obviously, as long as it's not too convoluted and too difficult, I really think an Easter egg would just be revolutionary for Outbreak, because the potential for it is amazing. And come on, don't deny it, you would love to see an Easter egg in Outbreak just as much as the next guy. And with those ideas laid out on the table, I'm gonna leave this video here today. I know some of these ideas may seem very obvious, but I think that Outbreak has a lot of potential, and if given the effort and time, it could grow into something really, really fun. And hopefully we'll see that. I mean, we've had a lot of updates for Outbreak with new things added to the loot pool, new maps, as well as other things here and there. So I'm most certainly going to be trying to keep my chin up and hopes high for the future of Outbreak. But if you enjoyed, be sure to smash that like button, comment any ideas that I've missed out in this that you think would make Outbreak much better. And only a very small percentage of people are even subscribed to the channel, so if you have made it this far or you're enjoying the content on my channel, then be sure to subscribe. It's completely free, you can change your mind whenever. And turn on the notification bell too to stay notified whenever I upload a video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.